So let's go into our Wuji stance. Feet about shoulder width apart. Knees relaxed, just slightly bent. Bring the hips just slightly forward so the coccyx, the tailbone, points towards the floor. You don't want to do it so much that it's pointing forward, but you don't want it to be so relaxed that it's pointing back. You just want to find that nice balance. So we have a nice flat back here. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upward, elongating the spine. As you do that, tuck the chin just a little bit, keeping the head straight. Drop the shoulders down and let them come forward. Exactly not the kind of posture we want to normally use, but that allows the arms to come in front of you. Breathe in and out through the nose. As you breathe in, let the abdomen expand, drawing the breath all the way down. We then pause. And then with the exhalation, the abdomen goes back towards the spine, pushing the breath all the way up and out your nose. And then we pause again. Just focus on the breath for a moment. Just let your feet settle into the ground. Feel that connection to the earth. Try to stabilize yourself so that you're flat on your feet, you're not moving. And just try to breathe nice and deep. Feel that energy flowing down your body into the ground, connecting to the center of the earth. As you breathe in, feel the earth rise up, supporting you. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips, just above your hips. Keep breathing. And as you breathe in, see if you can feel this entire area enlarge, expand, and then contract. The belt meridian, or the daimai, it's the only meridian in the body, the energy pathway that goes around the body. So here we're doing what's called belt breathing. Maybe after the 4 thumps, we'll do a very short exercise to clear the belt channel. Very simple. But for now, just draw that oxygen down into the belt channel. Just feel that breathing. Good, and drop your hands down. Relax back into Wuji stance. Try to feel your entire body breathing. Skin breathing. Every cell, every part of the largest organ in your body, your skin, is pulling in that oxygen, that air, that source of life, and then feel it go back out on the exhalation. Let's go even deeper and do bone breathing. So here you're actually going to tense. As you breathe in, tense every part of your body. And draw that breath all the way to the bone marrow, to the inside of your bones. And then relax and feel it escape. Picture drawing in golden light and then releasing gray smoke. Breathe into every bone in your body, including your skull. Tense your feet, your arms. One more deep breath in. Bring it all the way into the bone marrow. And relax and let it all out. And let the whole body relax. Go back to abdominal breathing. And let's begin to go through the 4 thumps. First one, you're tapping just below the eye on the bone here. Just hard enough that you can feel the vibrations. Just feel and concentrate on those vibrations spreading out from that point through the skull, down the spine, the rib cage, the hips, the legs, all the way down the feet and out the bottom of your feet into the ground. On these, you can breathe in and out through the nose, or breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, whatever feels natural, feels relaxed. For the 4 thumps, the idea here is you do this every morning to enliven 4 different body systems. This one is for grounding. Last time. Go ahead and drop your hands down. Just feel that connection to the earth. Good. The second thump, I don't do really as a thump. You can do as a thump. I prefer to do it more as a massage. If you follow your collarbone down to almost the end and then go down about an inch, you probably have a natural depression right about there. So I'm following the collarbone and then I'm coming down and I'm going to find those little depressions and I'm going to stick my fingers in there. You can do it one-handed or two-handed. It's about that far apart. And they're probably tender. If they're not, you probably haven't found them because you haven't been doing this. Chances are there's an energetic blockage there. And just turn little circles, though you can tap it if you prefer. You can tap it with your fist. You can tap it with bird's beak. I prefer to really get in there and massage. That's my preference. This is for your energy system. It's the energies flowing and flowing in the proper direction. Just breathe into it. A couple more. Good. And just again, let your hands drop. Hopefully feel that energy going through your body. The third thump is definitely a real thump. It's with the thymus point. So if you follow your sternum down, again, about a third of the way down, there's a little dip But we really don't have to worry about exactly where that point is, because we're just going to hit it with an open fist, so slightly open here. That sets up a nice vibration. And again, just breathe in and out. This is for the immune system. You can do two hands, but if you're going to do two hands, be careful that you're still hitting in the center of the sternum. People have a tendency when they do two hands to be out here. You got to make sure you're coming in so that you're into the center. So I generally prefer just to do it with one. Nice deep breaths. A couple more times. Good, and just let your hands drop again. Feel that surging of energy throughout your body. And then the last of the four thumps is the neurolymphatics. And again, you can do it as a thump. I prefer to do it as a massage. The neurolymphatics follow the bra line. So we start at the outside of the sternum, and we just work our way out along the rib cage. And when you find a point that's sensitive, stay there a little bit longer, massage it out. But you can certainly tap it again with a fist or with bird's beak. But I tend to prefer to massage. That way it's a little easier to find those points that need a little extra work, and then you stay there, work it out. Then we go down at a 45-degree angle, still along the rib cage, and find those points that are a little sensitive, massage those out. These are for lymph system, the other liquid system in your body, liquid transport system. So besides the blood, you have the lymph. And then finally, a point that I add, this was not in the handout, it's not one that's normally done, but I've added it years ago because I think it's important. You go to the bottom of your armpit and go down about an inch more. Just feel around down there. There's going to be a point right about there. It's going to probably be sensitive. And again, just massage that out. Don't do it so hard that it hurts, just so that you notice it's there. Just breathe through it. And then switch. Good. And that's the four thumps. So as promised, let's just do quickly for the belt flow. What you want to try and do is reach around all the way to the Ming Men point. The Ming Men point is opposite the lower dantian, which is about 2 inches below your belly button. So we're reaching around to that point. We're coming across the waist, going to the hip, then down the leg, and off the toe. So we grab all the way back here. We go 3 times. Once, twice, third time down the leg and off the toe. Then we go to the opposite side. Once, twice, third time all the way down and off the toe. And that actually is an energy medicine move to open up the Dai Mai, the belt channel. Good. So let's do a spine enlivening series. So first, we're going to do a wide stance, feet facing forward. And just start to turn at the waist. Arms and hands just floating through the air. It's called water waves. Sense the energy field around your body. The Chinese call the Wei Qi, W-E-I, Wei Qi. Certainly should feel the air going between your fingers. Go a little further around each time. And then just pick up a little momentum. Let the arms really just relax and drop until they start to strike the body. So don't lift the arms. Let the momentum of turning cause the arms to strike the body. And the forearms hit the body right at the lower dantian and the Ming Men point. The translation of Ming Men is door of life. So this posture is called knocking on the door of life. That's at least one of the names. As with all of the postures in QIGong, different teachers might have different names. The other one I really like that some teachers call this is ringing the temple bell. You, of course, are the temple. Look over your shoulder, get around a little further each time. Just breathe in and out naturally. Don't worry about synchronizing the breath. And so now, as you turn to one side, you're going to come up onto the toe, the opposite side. Stimulating the kidney meridian, which starts at the ball of the foot, just behind the ball. So the kidney meridian starts there and terminates at the K27 point that we massaged as part of the second thumbs. Sorry, second of the four thumbs. Now, as we turn, go back to flat-footed. See if you can get a little further around. And then as you turn the side, the same side, heel. The toe comes up and you're standing on your heel. Good, slow it back down. Flat-footed. See if you can get a little further around this time than before. Go back to water waves. Just let the hands float through the air. From the yang to the yin. And slow it down until it finally stops. Good. Spinal cord breathing. Go to a nice stable stance. Going to bring your arms up, bend at about 45-degree, 50-degree angle. But the key here is you're bringing your elbows up and your butt sticks out. Your hips go back. Chest goes to the sky. You look up to the ceiling and then pull the elbows down, moving the shoulder blades down and together as you breathe in. We pause, get a little extra stretch. Then we breathe out Palms facing the body, forearms come together. That pulls the shoulders down and around. Tuck the chin. Hips come forward to meet the elbows, arching the back the opposite direction. Pause the breath, get a little extra stretch. Then breathe in, come back up. Make sure to change the hips. Breathe out. As with all of the postures, stay within your comfort zone, limit the range if you need to. Should never feel any discomfort or pain. This is one of my favorite postures for any kind of lower back issues, because it really helps open up the spaces between the vertebrae. I've seen marvelous results with this, with people with sciatica. It's taking the pressure off the sciatic nerve. But you need to be gentle. You need to stay within your comfort zone and just do as much as comfortable. And eventually more and more movement will come. You'll have greater and greater range. You never want to force it. The idea here is always to be as gentle as possible. Let the energy flow. Open the chest up when you come up. Might even get the sternum to give a little crack. One more time. Breathe out, make it count to stretch out that lower back. And just drop your hands down and relax. Go to a little bit wider stance. And now we're going to move the spine in the last of the 6 directions. We're just going to go side to side. Let's start with just moving from the legs, so the spine's actually not moving at all. Just loosening up the hips a little. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let the hip go out, then let the shoulder drop, then the head drop. Then when the hip goes the opposite side, then the shoulder, then the head. And so we get this nice flowing motion, side to side. Let the spine kind of snake all the way through, side to side. Put your hands wherever it's comfortable, just to kind of get them out of the way. This one's called Moves Like a River, but I always like to think of it more like moving like seaweed. Just letting the waves push you back and forth very gently. Couple more. And slow it down. Come back to center. Do a nice big heart to the sky. Arms open up, chest opens up. Look up to the ceiling. Draw in that energy. Feel that energy coming into the lungs, the heart. Now swan dive your way down, nice and easy, and then just let yourself hang. Relax the neck and the head. Only place you should feel any tension is in the back of the legs. Make sure not to lock out the knees. Knees always have a slight bend to them at least. Each time you breathe out, see if you can sink down a little bit deeper. Just let the whole back stretch out, the neck, the shoulders. Now, when we come out of this, we want to make sure we're not going to hurt our backs. There's two ways that I like to come out of this stretch. Let's do one and then we'll do the other. So the first one, you're going to just roll up. So leave the shoulders down, the head down. Just bring the buttocks in first. Nice and easy. Feel each vertebra stacking on top of the other. And just slowly roll up, keeping the shoulders and the head down. We slowly roll up until finally the shoulders drop down in place. And then we actually drop back just a little bit. So everything relaxes and drops into place. Go ahead and drop back down. Swan dive your way back down. Stretch it out again. Each time you breathe out, again, just let it sink a little bit deeper. Good. Now, if you've got you can put your hands on the floor, that's great. If not, put your hands on your thighs. Keeping your head down. Don't move the lower back, any part of the back for now. Drop down into a squat. And then dropping your butt down, bring your shoulders up. So now you're sitting upright. And then you can either put your elbows on your thighs, your hands on your thighs, or just power straight up without using the back at all. So if you think about it, we could do this just drop down. Notice my back does not move, and then I come back, all the way back up. So this honestly is the way you should be lifting packages. Notice my back does not engage at all out of the legs. One more time, drop down. Come back up. Good. Most people think the quads are the strongest muscle in the body. They're not. The muscle in your jaw is the strongest muscle in the body. So go back to Wuji stance. Let's just do a couple of movements from Xing Yi. So bring your hands up, and what you want to kind of imagine is there's a wall here, and your fingertips are going to stay along that wall. So one hand does not drop inside the other. And we're not going to take this movement so far that your shoulders move at all. So your shoulders stay nice and fixed in place. The movement comes out of the rib cage. So bring your hands up. Turn your left palm up. Go to the right until you can't go any further without moving the shoulders. You can see it's not very far. Flip them over and go to the left. Try to feel the rib cage opening and closing. One side opens as the other side closes. The hands stay about 6 inches apart along that flat plane. The postures in Xing Yi look incredibly simple and easy. And I think in some ways they are the hardest of the postures we do. Takes a lot of focus. Try to be very aware of your shoulders. I see some of this. That's out of your waist. The waist and the shoulders stay fixed. It's all out of the rib cage, and the arms just moving a little bit. Notice once I get here, my shoulder comes forward. I don't want that, so I got to stop at that point and then turn back. This is called Jade Dragon Weaves Around the Body. You're turning the entire arm, not just the wrist. A couple more. And come back to center. Good. Turn so the palms are facing down. Take your right hand and basically put the fingers under the arm with the heel of the hand pushing against your chest muscle. Make a very loose fist. Thumb up basically as you come up. Not very high. Turn the fist and go down. Breathe in as it goes up. Breathe out as it comes down. Push down with the heel of your hand. So you're trying to keep that pec muscle, that chest muscle out of it. And again, try to feel the rib cage initiating the move. If you go way up here, notice then you got this whole lift up here. That's one of the reasons you have your hand here. That hand should never feel like it's being lifted upward. Keep the circle as small as comfortable without moving the rest of the body. Do it slowly with the breath. Dividing north and south. One more time and we're going to reverse. Good. So again, thumb up as you come up the back, and then down as you come up the front. Breathe out as you go down. Breathe in as you go up. One more time. Good. Come down, switch, left hand under the armpit, heel of the hand on the chest muscle, loose fist, thumb up as you go up, thumb down as you come back down. Breathing in, pause, breathe out. A lot of people forget to pause between the breaths. It's really kind of important. It helps with transitions. It helps with getting a little extra stretching. Helps with focus. It tends to help slow you down. So we get up here, we pause. And we drop back down, breathing out. Then there's a pause. We breathe in again. One more time, we're going to reverse. Good. So now back and down. One more time. And relax. Bring your hands in front of you, interlace your fingers. Breathe in, bringing the energy up the body. Hands rotate in front of the face. Sorry, hands in this one. We're going to stay with the palms facing down. Then, without moving the head, move the arms side to side. So notice my body doesn't move at all. Nice and easy. Reaching for the sky with the backs of my hands while we move side to side. Good, come back to the middle. And with the palms facing down, push down and slightly ahead of you, so you're just bending from the lower back. Come all the way down, bring your feet fairly close together. Push down towards the ground. And then just turn to one side, come back to the center, turn to the other side, come back to the center. Just slowly breathing. Breathe out as you go to the side. Breathe in as you come back to the center. One more time. Good, and then we're going to lift all the way up. And again, just move the arms side to side. One more time, each side. Come back to the center. Drop the palms down. Push downward. And then turn to the left. Back to center. Turn to the right. Back to center. One more time each side. Good, bring them all the way up. Reach for the sky. Now lean from the body. Back to center. Lean again from the body. This time we're feeling the stretch all through the rib cage. Let's step back out a little bit. One more time. Go back to center. Leave your left hand up. Drop your right hand down so palms face each other. Lean to the right. And relax the hands. Just let them flow and switch positions. Seaweed arms. One more time. Heart to the sky. And bring the hands in. Sort of where we started. Except on this one, as we go out, palms open up. Do not push the chest out. So we're just going out to where we can still see our hands. If I take my hands to the point where I can't see them with my peripheral vision, probably going too far, probably pulling too much on the chest. And then bring the back palms down. It's called Yin opens, Yang closes. Good. One more time. And push down. Just keeping the hands down for the moment. Lift the left foot nice and easy. Bring it up. Find that focal point in front of you. Switch now and bringing the right foot up. So we're switching our weight from side to side, just keeping our hands down, kind of as trying to push down. You need to hold on to something, that's perfectly fine. If you can only come up to your toes, that's perfectly fine. Really, it's the transfer of weight from side to side that's critical here. Good, so let's transition now into cloud walking. So as the one foot comes up, the opposite hand comes up and then it presses down. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out as you go down. Good, one more time. Good. And let's do something again, just kind of very similar. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Now the same side arm and leg come up, but the palm facing to the side, across your body, and the arm sort of goes into a 90-degree. So very similar movement, slightly different center of gravity. Good. One more time each side. Very nice. Go out to a wide stance. We're going to do the horse riding stance, also known as Mabu. We're going to turn the feet out, about 45-degree angle. And we're going to try and drop down so that we're trying to sit on a stool behind us. So the knees don't go out. The knees should track the same angle as the feet, and they should never go out so far that you can't see your toes. So it's more dropping straight down or slightly back. And just keep adjusting. I find I go wider and wider and I adjust the angle of my feet until I get that just nice place where I can just kind of bounce up and down comfortably. Don't feel like you have to go very deep. So again, whichever is within your comfort zone, it's going to be a little bit strenuous, but it shouldn't be painful or too tension-filled. And you kind of know you're going to the right place. I think of it like I'm posting on a horse. and holding the reins. And when you post in a trot, you can just go up and down nice and easily. Good. So come up, but keep the feet where they are. So what we're going to do is going to drop down into Mabu, and we're going to just hold it, let's see, maybe 30 seconds. As things start to get tight, just try to move a little bit, adjust, and see if you can get yourself comfortable again. You can put your hands on your thighs if you need that little extra support, or just let them hang below you, or you can just keep them behind you. It doesn't really matter, the arms for now are just out of the way. So just drop down, find that position. Look and make sure your knees are not out over your toes. Just relax into the position. There are QIGong masters who take a candle and put it under their student. Kind of an added incentive not to collapse downward. Just feel yourself breathing, relaxing into it. Again, let yourself drop a little deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Shake it out. Good. So the longer and longer you can do that, the stronger your thighs will be. The stronger your core is, the more the energy flows. When you're doing that, you're really kind of trying to focus on feeling the energy come up through the bottom of your feet, up into the core and into the torso. And now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add one more element to it. So step back out into Mabu, bounce up a little down until you find where you can settle in, and just come up a bit. So this is called embracing the tree. And you can do this one all by itself as well. You bring your arms around so the fingertips face each other. Elbows drop down. Fingers are about an inch apart. Relax the shoulders. People tend to hold the shoulders up. That's going to be the hardest part. Just let the shoulders drop down and relax. We're not even going to take this into Mabu. We're just going to hold this. And again, just breathe in and out through the nose. Relax into the stance. As you feel some tightness, see if you can just make small movements to open up those restrictions, to relax a little more into the stance. Feel the energy coming up, down through the top of the head, into the chest and around the arms, out the fingertips, filling that area inside the arms. So you kind of feel like you're holding a beach ball. If that gets uncomfortable, you can't hold it much longer, drop it down to lower embracing the tree. And then when you're ready, bring it back up. And again, the longer you can do this, this is terrific for the upper body. But again, excellent for feeling, stimulating the energy flow in the body. Pressing downward. Bring the feet in a bit. Bringing down the heavens, gathering the energy as we breathe in. Breathe out, push the energy down the body, all the way down the legs into the ground. Twice more. Finish with one hand over the other, over the lower dantian. Feel that energy moving through your body, filling the body with love and light, expanding outward, casing you in a protective cocoon. And take a nice deep breath. Focus on those feelings of being safe, being healthy, being at peace. Thank you.